These are 12 most stunning custom cars from Chip Foose. Remember him? These cars have some of the best engineering and the highest quality of work. Let's start with a custom car that made Chip Foose cry. Number 1. The Custom 1956 Ford F100. The Ford F100 stands out for a unique reason. See, while Chip designed it, he didn't build it himself. This truck was a cherished project of his from a young age. The now legendary car designer bought it when he was just 13 and spent years restoring it, eventually making it his daily ride back in high school. Although Chip sketched out his vision for customizing the truck, his busy schedule meant he had no time to do it. Years later, Chip's dad and mentor Sam Foose decided to take matters into his own hands, secretly rework the truck using Chip's old concept sketches as a guide. The transformation was nothing short of spectacular. The truck was chopped, dropped, widened, and fitted with a powerful 451 Roush NASCAR racing engine. Chip first saw the 56 F100 when it was unveiled at the 2005 SEMA show, and the ridiculous level of detail tugged at his heartstrings. But the next car on our list gained recognition in a wildly different way. Number 2, the 0032. This next car won Chip a prestigious award twice. It's no wonder why. Chip loves the 32 Roadster, which he calls the 0032. This vehicle is arguably one of the most significant cars he's ever done, and he did it twice. Originally built as the Yellow Boydster II. During Foose's tenure as president of Hot Rods by Boyd, the 0032 won America's Most Beautiful Roadster Award in 1996. 6 later, the Boydster underwent a major transformation, receiving new fenders, a red paint job, and further modifications to its design. However, when Chuck Svados acquired this car, he saw the potential for even more beauty and commissioned Chip to overhaul it completely. Chip's redesign featured new fenders, Sportstar 5-spoke wheels, a distinctive baseball glove tan interior, and a flawless black paint job. Under the hood, an LT1 Corvette engine was installed, and this reworked version won America's Most Beautiful Roadster Award once again in 2000. Years later, the collector traded the 0032 back to Foose in exchange for a custom job on a 32 Ford 3 window. Foose then sold the 0032 to the Peterson Automotive Museum, using the proceeds to purchase a building that became Foose Design HQ. What a car! And we've got 10 more jaw-dropping cars to go. Number 3, the Malone. Chip had to do something out of his comfort zone for this car. Owner Michael Malone wasn't aiming for an extreme build, so Chip Foose and his team kept the classic 57 Chevy Bel Air identity while adding subtle custom touches. This beautiful 57 Chevrolet convertible is one of Foose's recent creations, and Chip chose to enhance its iconic shape with a highly detailed approach rather than going for an over-the-top custom. Though the car's exterior underwent significant refinement, it keeps its stock-like appearance. The custom wheels sport a vintage style, complemented by fat, low-profile tires that add a modern twist. The standout feature of this build is its eye-catching paint job. Foose opted for a striking tropical turquoise pearl. Under the hood, the car is equipped with a powerful LS3 V8 engine, paired with a 4L85E transmission, bringing modern performance to this classic beauty while preserving its timeless charm. Number 4, the Eldorado. This next car holds immense sentimental value for Chip, as it was the very first car he designed in the 90s while working as chief designer at Boyd Coddington, and it also marked the final project completed by Boyd Coddington before the company shut down in 1998. Years after, the car's new owner learned that Foose had envisioned a different design back in his Boyd days. Eager to see that original vision come to life, the owner enlisted Foose Design to rework the Cadillac, according to Chip's initial plans. Chip's first move, of course, was to switch the paint job from maroon to brilliant blue, just as he had initially intended. He also updated the Cadillac with a new Carson top, a fresh grille, a revamped leather interior, and redesigned bumpers. Eldorad's body integrates elements from various other cars. Under the hood, a Chevy 502 big block engine powers this car to impressive speeds, making it unmissable on the road. This next car won Foose his 4th Riddler Award, and when you see just how insane it is, you'll understand. 5th on the list is Foose's Imposter. This masterpiece began with a wild request from owner Don Voth, who dreamed of driving a 1965 Chevrolet Impala SS that drove like a C6 Corvette. After meeting with Foose and agreeing to a hefty fee, Voth handed over his Impala SS, along with a new C6 Corvette, to Chip to do the impossible. The challenge was clear. The Impala and the C6 had drastically different dimensions, so making them work together meant extensive modifications. The C6 chassis and the Impala body had to be heavily reworked, with most of the chassis-cation attention going to the Impala's body. Foose transformed the car into a 2-seater, and to make it truly unique, the grille, bumpers, headlights, taillights, and wheels were all custom-built. The result was an absolute showstopper, aptly named the Imposter. Underneath, Chip kept the C6's production LS3 engine and 6-speed automatic transmission, but with an extra twist, a Magnuson supercharger was thrown in for good measure, adding a healthy dose of performance to this rare and exotic automotive fusion. 6th on the list is Foose's Terracuda. When Darren Metropolis walked into Chip's store asking to make a car that could match his gold and brown Breitling watch, Chip knew just what to do. The Terracuda is the 1970 Plymouth Barracuda, a muscle car with enough allure already. Chip went to work on the Terracuda, a 1970 Plymouth Barracuda, a muscle car with enough allure already. He started with a custom frame, which he tweaked and stretched to form a Terracuda. Foose wanted to put a Mopar 6.4 L Hemi 58 inches this car, because why not? So he created a custom hood just for it. Since this car wasn't built with family road trips in mind, it was converted into a sleek 2-seater. And to top it off, the entire interior was wrapped in luxurious Italian leather, bringing a perfect blend of performance and style to this unique build. Foose made history when he mixed 2 Mustangs to construct this next car that many have called an abomination. History making with this car also set the tone for the next car on this list. Follow along closely. We are getting close to the heavy hitters. Strap in if you haven't. Number 7. The Mach Foose. The Mach Foose is another legendary work that puts Chip on the highest level of custom car redesigning, and the story behind this car's creation makes it even more interesting. If you're lucky enough to own a classic Mustang and a modern one, your first thought probably wouldn't be, hey, let's mash these two together. But not one mysterious Mustang lover from Japan known only as Dr. Honda. While Dr. Honda adored the look of his Bay 1971 Mach 1, it didn't exactly have the handling he craved. Whenever he wanted a smoother ride, he'd hop behind the wheel of his 2010 GT, which he found more comfortable and fun to drive. But as much as the newer Mustang was a joy on the road, it just couldn't compete with the stunning looks of his vintage pony. Why not build a custom Mustang that blends the beauty of the 71 with the drivability of 2010? And who better to tackle such an ambitious project than the legendary Chip Foose? The bulk of the bodywork was borrowed from the 71. Its shell had to be extensively modified to allow for the GT's chassis, which was revamped and stretched. In true Chip Foose style, he fabricated and united custom parts from all over the muscle car universe. The front wheel arches were reshaped to fit some 70 Mustang fender flares, while the hand-fabricated grille rocked a chrome molding off a 69 Camaro. If that wasn't wild enough, Chip threw in some driving lights from a 70 Plymouth Cuda, capping off the front end with a sleek custom bumper that took the place of Mach 1's famous splitter. Moving to the rear, Foose continued his mad scientist approach by grabbing quarter panels from a 70 Mustang. Step inside, and the fusion between the two Mustangs hits you. The dash, steering wheel, seats, and center console from the modern Mustang were modified to fit inside the 71 shell so well you'd feel like you've traveled through time. Foose also added his signature flair by designing custom door panels. At the heart of this one-of-a-kind beast is the GT's 5L Coyote V8. Dr. Honda didn't want to mess with the engine's performance, but Foose couldn't resist working his magic. While the power plant wasn't tuned, several components were meticulously detailed, giving the engine bay a look as unique as the car. Number 8. The Tihintilian. The journey of Stallion began humbly as a neglected 1934 Ford 3 window coupe, purchased by Ron Whiteside for just $150 back in 1965. It quickly became his passion project, taking 2 years of sweat and hard work to restore. But life had other plans. When Ron was drafted into the military, his brothers took over, turning the old Ford into a hot rod and racing it whenever they could. Years later, after Ron reacquainted himself with the Ford, he decided to restore the vehicle, only aiming higher that time around. Ron, who was familiar with Foose's incredible work for Boyd Coddington, enlisted the famed designer to transform his beloved Ford into something extraordinary, a modern street rod with all the bells and whistles. By 2003, Ron's car was reborn as an award-winning masterpiece after years of effort. Beneath its stunning Foose Design slant-chopped body, the vehicle was equipped with a custom chassis, modern brakes, and an upgraded suspension. The big question mark was Foose's decision to use a custom-built 350 cubic inch Chevrolet LT4 crate engine in this car instead of any Ford engine. The absurd Chevy engine was paired with a TH700R 4 automatic transmission. This vehicle won an award, proving that creativity can sometimes break conventional rules. In contrast to this car, the next Foose car on our list is pretty tame. Number 9. The Woolly. The 1974 E-Type is often described as the most beautiful car ever created. So, if you were ever wondering whether it's possible to make it even prettier, Chip has an answer: his Woolly. A customer requested something that was both elegant and powerful, with that unmistakable Foose touch. So Chip spent 2.5 years stretching the hood, extending the rocker panels, and crafting new body accents until the car was perfectly poised on the edge of classic and contemporary. Now, Jaguars have a reputation for being mechanically unpredictable, which is a polite way of saying they can be as reliable as a weather forecast in a tornado. But Chip tackled this by ditching the finicky V12 in favor of a roaring 525 horsepower 6.2L LS3 Chevy V8, coupled with a GM4L 60E 4-speed automatic transmission. The interior, a luxury dream with leather seats, analog gauges, and a wood-rimmed steering wheel that pays homage to the classic Jag's elegance. So, not only did Chip Foose transform this E-Type into a showstopper, he also proved that even a classic cat can be tamed and refined without losing its purr. For the 10th car on our list, Foose tried to create a jet fighter's dream car, and it attracted a daze certain celebrity so much that he was willing to trade his jet for it. Number 10. The almighty P-32. This car is so special that actor Tom Cruise begged for it, but Foose said no. Chip created the P-32 using a 32 Ford Highboy Roadster as the base, but with the spirit of a Curtiss P-40 Warhawk fighter plane, with aircraft-inspired design elements like Boeing B-17 bomber seats. It's no wonder the Top Gun star, who happens to be a licensed pilot, was drawn to it. Some of the coolest Warhawk design nods include the windshield with exposed rivets and a nose cone, minus the propellers, of course. It even sports exhaust pipes that look like they belong on a fighter plane, although they fit right in on this hot rod. The P-32 features front and rear brakes from a 1939 Lincoln, courtesy of Andy Wallen. 8-inch wheels, wrapped in motorcycle tires at the front, and Firestone rubber, built by Coker 700R 18S at the rear. It also boasts a 1,000 935 Chevy grille, aircraft seatbelts, and a custom aluminum hood made by Marcel's Custom Metal Shaping. Under that custom hood is a Lincoln Zephyr 512 engine, paired with a 1,939 Lincoln transmission side shift. The V12 produces around 120 horsepower from its 292 cubic inches, but since it left limited room for steering, Foose had to get creative, so he installed a steering box from a 1953 Corvette. The only way Chip was handing this terrific car to Tom Cruise was if the actor was willing to trade the P-51 Mustang, the very fighter plane the actor flew in Top Gun Maverick. Now that's a trade worth considering. But if we were Tom Cruise, we might consider trading it for the next car on our list instead. The car Foose designed while he was still in college. It boggles the mind, but it does not even hold a candle to the fiery light, which is the next car on this list, the true brainchild, the magnificent Buckle Down. This is magic. Number 11, the Hemisphere. The Hemisphere was Chip Foose's brainchild way back in his college days. He dreamt of this fierce-looking hot rod as part of a Chrysler-sponsored graduation project. Back then, he presented a scale model that was so impressive that it made its way into the pages of Hot Rod magazine, and rumor has it, even inspired the design of the Plymouth Prowler. Fast forward a few years, and Chip was building a chassis for his hot rod masterpiece while working with Boyd Coddington. Unfortunately, life in Coddington's shop got in the way, and the project was shelved before he could finish it. Enter 2005, when Foose partnered with RC2 Corp to make a toy die-cast model of the Hemisphere. The toy makers also funded the completion of the real deal, which made its dazzling debut at SEMA the following year. The Hemisphere is one of the most stunning hot rods ever crafted. It is powered by a modern 392 Hemi engine, mid-mounted behind the seats for extra flair. Aside from the V8, a ZF5, speed, transaxle, differential, and a few other components, everything else was custom-built from scratch. Unlike many of Foose's creations, the Hemisphere wasn't a one-off. After the original, 4 more examples were built and sold to private buyers, making it a rare and collectible ride. Even though Foose has penned countless jaw-dropping designs over the years, the Hemisphere stands out as his most beautiful and iconic creation. The only other car that can top this one is this last car. It took Chip Foose 7 years to finish. Number 12, the Impression. The final car on this illustrious list is Impression. This car took famous designer 7 years to build, so it's no surprise it's one of the closest and dearest to him. Impression started as a napkin sketch in 1999 while Chip was having dinner with a client. The client was talking about a speedster and explaining what kind of car he had imagined, and Chip drew Impression. Impression showcases Chip's obsession with detail, creativity, mastery, and a staid, contagious love for cars. He fabricated over 7,000 unique parts for Impression. Only 3 parts were OEM, the engine, transmission, and the center section of the rear end. While Impression's exterior is breathtaking, its beauty is its chassis, particularly its undercarriage. There is a neat undercarriage. And then there is this one that looks like it belongs in a hyper-futuristic 5-star restaurant. You can almost eat out of it. Impression's impeccable bodywork is accentuated by a 5.7 LLS1 flathead engine that Foose describes as a flatosphere. Everything else, in Impression, is well-appointed and custom-created to give a superior and luxurious feel. We hope this video offered a glimpse into the beautiful and rare mind that is Chip Foose, a legendary designer with a formidable garage of cars that will leave an indelible mark for eons. Do you think you can describe your all-time favorite custom build from Foose with just 3 words? If you can, hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment.